All right, we're live, and my hair's going all over the place. This fan is a problem. Fan just making my hair do some stuff. All right, I'll wait for some people to come on here. Gotta get me a better light. So we're live at the warehouse. Although the local tracks rained out today, so we're having a pop-up race. We got some trophies we had on hand, some really cool looking trophies. So we're gonna do a trophy race today. Got some people coming from out of town again. All the Florida guys are coming to run some nitro. So, last week we had our what was it? The Saturday night shootout, which was a success, and everybody wanted to come back and do it again. So they all got rained out down there, rained out in Georgia, rained out in Huntsville, which is an hour north of us. So we decided we'd just try it out. A lot of people were asking us to run, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm getting my nitro buggy ready. I just did a rebuild last week. I don't know if you saw me doing that. So it's fresh, but it's over there all dirty. So I'm just going to go through the clutch. I got the rubber bands that I hold on my throttle came loose. So I'll put some new rubber bands on it, new air filter. Probably take these bearings out and give them some oil as long as they look okay. I just put fresh bearings in it for that race. Engine was crazy strong. Had a pretty good race. Car was incredible. Power was ridiculous. This M5S, which is still pretty new to me, a nitro buggy. I'm just getting it to where it's kind of dialed in, and man, it's strong. I want to say it's too much. I think I'll wait for some more people to come on here. I need to share it. What are all these other places you can share? Stuff I never heard of. Y'all say hello when you come in. Join the chat. I'm here. It's kind of early here. I got to get my car ready. I'm going to try to share this on the warehouse page. Y'all leave a thumbs up or say hello or ask a question. I just shared it a couple of places. I don't want to get too much. So I'm going to be live here for a little while. Oh, that was YouTube letting me know I'm live. So I'm really close to my 4,000 watch hours now. It's about 140 hours away. Hopefully next couple of days, I applied for monetization. What I've been shooting for a while now. A lot of work. But it's been fun. Learned a lot. And I still got a lot to learn, so. The clutch is still holding strong. I've been running this clutch for a while. Let's see, these bearings feel okay. few drops of Earl in there. If y'all missed the Saturday Night Shootout, it was pretty awesome. I did some videos with the headset conversation on there. I hadn't quite got it dialed in, so got our wireless mics now, and they're picking up a lot of the engine noise from the nitro car. So I got it as close as I can. It's still not quite loud enough. I'm going to investigate some noise canceling mics, the lavalier mics that I can plug into these. Maybe that's an option, or maybe there's some editing that I don't know about that can get some of that. I did adjust the equalizer a little bit to take some of the noise out and got it better, but I want it better than that. I want the voices to be louder. Y'all say hello. I gotta find my Scotch-Brite. Say hello, ask your questions you might have. See, the nitro cars, I don't know if you can tell, I'm charging it over here. It's pretty nasty. I'm gonna tear it down a little bit. I'm not gonna go crazy. 1/5 scale RC Garage, what's up? Going good. Bryce Homeland, good morning. Yeah, we're trying to get the nitro car ready and dialed in for some more racing this weekend. We have a pop-up trophy race. So we had some trophies made that are, just like impromptu, nice looking plaques, smaller size, but they just have warehouse and first, second, third on it. So a situation like this comes up, we can have a pop-up trophy race. People want to take something home. So our entry fee will be just a tiny bit higher to cover the cost of that. And people get to take home something cool. So we got a bunch of people said they're coming. We're going to have a bunch of the Georgia guys come up. They had a local race for them pop up as well. So we're going to miss some of those. It's okay. We're still going to have a good crowd. I know all the Florida guys are coming. Their stuff got rained out. So Devon did this race. He's calling it the rain out pop-up race or something like that. Rain out trophy race. So people have a place to race. Everybody in the whole Southeast is wanting to race, and everybody's off Monday, so we figured we'd give it a shot. So I'm getting my nitro engine ready. It's nasty. Rubber bands that I keep on my throttle broke and came off during the race. So I got to redo that. I got to put a filter on it. Might as well go ahead and take this filter off and cover it up. Put that over there where it won't get any dirt in it. So yeah, my watch hours are getting close. I'm excited. I've been a lot of work. When I started doing this, I had like 600 subscribers and 1,700 watch hours just because I wasn't trying to do anything crazy with it. But then a guy, there's a kid here, the Flash. You see him every now and then racing with us. He's a super fast kid. He's got a tech channel for phone and computer stuff. And he's been monetized for a while. And he said, man, you're close. You might as well try it. So motivated me to get started. And it's been a roller coaster ever since. Now I'm at 19,200 subscribers, getting close to 20,000. And watch hours are about 140 away from being eligible for monetization. So I think the subscribers went crazy because I had some shorts that went viral with my wife pitting for me. And that was great. I had a bunch of shorts that I hit it just the right time or something. That just so happened the shorts were what people wanted to see or what YouTube wanted to put out. And it went from 600 to 10,000 within an hour or two subs. And it dropped down to about 3,000 kind of worried me. I was like, well, still I'm over 1,000, so I'm good. So I wasn't worried about it. Never did fall back. So then I started just climbing. And I put another video out, and it went 10,000 that day, and been going ever since. So last time I checked, that one of her videos had 32 million views. 32? Hell, I don't remember. It's a lot. So it blows my mind. She had one that had over 1.5 million last time I checked. And then I started doing some more. I had plenty of videos to try. I tried doing almost the same identical ones. Some that I thought were better didn't do good at all. But even the ones that didn't do good that day were doing deep in the thousands, hundreds of thousands. And I think I had one with several 100,000 when I was pitting. I tried different wording. Views on my videos, but subs are 528. Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I got a lot of subs, not enough views. So my views were better. I think the shorts helped me and hurt me. The subs went crazy, but the views kind of dropped since then, because I think a lot of my videos were more technical based, and those views were in the thousands every time, up to 10,000. And I think some of those people lost interest when the shorts are in the way. So like if you go look at it, there's a bunch of shorts and then technical stuff. They weren't good at, or they don't care about searching for stuff. They just kind of lose interest in some of that, so is what it is. I'm on try adjusting my strategy some. The lives don't do all that great. They're okay, but you sit here and do it a long time, a couple of them end up getting a lot. So Nitro Freak is the one that convinced me to try live. I wasn't even doing any lives, but I might as well do them. If I'm sitting here working, I might as well record what I'm doing, so I'm excited. Also I ordered a new laptop specifically just for the channel. This one is a good laptop, but it's 7 years old and it's getting worn out. It's cracked screen, and the hinge thing has a problem. It's a Lenovo gaming laptop that I bought for VRC Pro. And editing has kind of gotten slow because it's kind of a little outdated. It's still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but I've cleared everything off of it, reinstalled Windows, and it still struggles. So I went ahead and ordered me a new Lenovo Legion gaming laptop. It's getting hot in here. Sorry, I'll turn the air on. So I'm excited about that. I've got a buddy that works for Lenovo, and they gave me his discount, so I got a $1,500 laptop for $1,100. So I'm excited about that. But it's taking a while. They got to build it. I think it's October before I see it, so maybe this one will last me till then. So today I'm gonna do this live, obviously, and I'm going to record some of the racing. I'm gonna call in the race. I'm gonna do another POV. I can't find my rubber bands. I'm gonna do another POV video of my nitro race, and I think I'm gonna be calling the race. So I'll probably do some POV from the booth. A lot of people tend to like that, so might as well be recording what I'm doing. Some of it's pretty fun and interesting. So rubber band's too small. I've never really been happy with these rubber bands. I've never actually bought any. The guy gave me these. Actually, Jeremy Caston, Cole Caston's dad gave me these when he was here. He had a buttload of them. He had just bought and said he'd never used them all. So he gave me a bag full. They always tend to break. This hairband bands, you put it on the throttle, force it back, and Feels pretty strong. But they tend to break. You know, they get nitro fuel on them. They don't hold up. So I go through a bunch of them. I tried springs. Don't like the springs. It's not really a good way. I wish they designed something made for that with a spring that fit better. My wish list one day. Hello, Joggingers. Seen you on here before. I know I'm not saying your name right, but welcome. Let's get my nitro car ready. Ready for some more racing today. I'm getting my engine ready first, then while my car's charging. Reminds me, I got to get my glow plug warmer. Put my glow plug warmers on, let them charge when I get here, and that way when it goes down, it's ready to go. I'm calling the race, so I've got to get my car ready early. People start pouring in here before long. I think we're going to have a pretty decent crowd today. Last week's Saturday night shootout had like 52 entries, which is pretty good for us this time of year. We've been having pretty small turnouts, but we had 6 or 7 in the nitro class, which is really good. Sometimes we don't even have anybody turn out because a lot of people are too scared to run nitro, or they don't like fooling with it, or they just don't. I don't know what it is. I love it. A lot of people think it's too big of a hassle. I think it's totally worth it. Love some nitro racing. I got e-buggy, but if I'm calling a race, especially if I'm calling a race, I only like to run one class. I like to get stressed out. Something's done charging. Get me an air filter ready. I kind of want to put my ultimate air filter on there. It's a little bigger. The car ran so good with this one, I don't want to change it right now. I'll wait until a practice day. Test it out. I've ran it before. Matter of fact, what I do with my other engine. But it's on that one still. Okay, yeah, car's done charging. It's like charger box done charging too. Gotta get me a little baggie for this. Y'all say hello. Ask any questions. Just getting my nitro car ready. Oh, I dropped. Hope that wasn't out of the clutch. I already put my clutch back on. I don't know if I even checked the. No, that's good. You got those J&T Ultimate clutch bearings. They spin. Lasts a long time too. So now I'm prepping my air filter. Pretty simple. This is the way I like to buy the non-old ones. Bryce Homeland. Maybe a dumb question, but I can't remember what state you're based out of. Alabama. I'm not going to say Roll Tide. I'll say War Eagle. I'm an Auburn fan. You know, the rivalry here is huge. I don't really care that much about football, but I was born and raised an Auburn fan. I always will be. college football's king here. It starts today, actually. Auburn and Alabama play today. They played Auburn playing somebody really crappy. Alabama probably is too. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention. But we're racing. We'll have football games on the TV probably. I probably need to go in there and get that set up in a minute because we got a fire TV in there. Oh, God, Greg. Should have known. Greg's one of them guys. Greg's a local club member. And he'd be all right if he wasn't an Alabama fan. Greg, you got yours ready to race? Always ready, huh? Somebody came and ran last night, left the vacuum out on the track, and turned the sprinklers off and left them off. I've told members they need to just let me know so I can turn it off on my phone. But we got here early. Devon's already vacuumed and watered. Track should be in great shape. It's going to be kind of damp and humid today. Should be a lot of grip. Did anybody see the World's track? The World Championship, IFMAR World Championship track's been revealed. It's going to be freaking crazy. Do I travel much out of state? Not really. I usually keep it within the state, mostly here because I run most of the races. And I go to a couple local tracks. We have a couple of big regional races in Alabama that I go to, 2 or 3. I want to start traveling more, just haven't been able to afford it. Hoping I get 2 more this coming year, at least a couple. I can't travel much because I work. You know, work doesn't allow me to use but so many days. And comes more. Greg is clapped out and ready to run, I think. Yeah, that World's track is freaking awesome. I wish I could run on it. It's got to be, to me, looking at it, I've always loved that track, but that looks like the baddest track ever in RC racing and also RC racing. Greg, have you seen it? The Redavon, it's freaking amazing. They say lap times, super fast, fastest in the world lap times. Drivers should be turning low 50s, like low 51, 52 second laps. They say it's so far away that you can't see good, and the latency between you seeing it and reacting, all that is very difficult to drive. So it's going to be very interesting. I can't wait. I'm going to try to do some live watching some of the action at some point. I don't know how that's going to work out. It's in Spain. I don't know what time the race is going to be locally, so we're going to do something, maybe some kind of little watch party or something. The on-road, off-road track. Yeah, if you say so. Got some, looks awesome. Was watching Tebow's Build Series, new 2.1 says high bite and stupid fast. Yeah. They put some kind of sealer on it that they use at the airport or something to keep the dust down. Not quite like glue in the track. So from what I understand, the Baldo brothers was on Keenan's podcast, said it's going to be different than any other sealed track, and it's going to be different than it's ever been. So it's not going to be the same as it was like in the warm-up race. So I said it's still going to, I'm pretty sure it's still going to be high bite. It's high speed, a lot of corner speed. It's going to be freaking awesome. There's a couple of big ones that it's a lot of speed though. There's a couple of big jumps. He said there's one, Baldo said there's one make it or break it jump. It's like very difficult to do. So he said that's going to be more U.S. like, but it's still more European style track. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I wish I could be there. Wish I had a new laptop. This one's good, but it's seen better days. All right, so the nitro engine should be ready to go. Old M5S, crazy, stupid, crazy power. So my car is still like it was after the main last week. The light's not very good. You can't tell, but it's nasty. Take a few parts off of it and clean it up a little bit. I'm not going to do too much because it's only got like 25 minutes of run, well, about 30 minutes run time on it from a fresh rebuild. So I'll probably bleed the shocks, wipe it off, look for any problems, let her rip. Anytime you run a nitro car, and after a race like that, it's got fuel all over, and of course that collects all the dirt. So you don't want that build up on there. So you're going to do it again. We'll probably have about the same amount of run time. We'll have 2 5-minute qualifiers and a 15-minute main. All the Florida boys, they want some more action. I couldn't get enough of it last week, I guess. It's fine with me. I love it. I wish we had more nitro enthusiasm, local people. A lot of people at nitro, it's not difficult. It's just something you got to learn. You see, if you ever watched or ever raced with me, you see I don't have any problems. Take my time, prep the car, spend the time prepping the car, and just know what you're doing. You know, engines, once you get it one dialed in, you don't really have to touch it much. Take your time breaking it in, let it get the tune in it, and you don't really have to touch it hardly at all. You touch it on the top end a little here and there. You may, an hour, maybe 2 hours, 1 or 2 every time we race. Sometimes don't even touch it. I think we ended up last week night race. It cooled off and then leaned out a little bit, so we wound up riching it up just a little. One time, one of the heat races, I come off track at 300 degrees. So we riched it up 2 hours, and I think it came off at, like we'd do the warm up, it'd be 240, then the race would come up to about 260, 270. Perfect. Stupid power. I mean, I'd like to say it's too much power for that small track, but I'm getting to where I kind of like the big power. The car has a lot of mechanical grip, so handling a lot of power is not very difficult. So y'all say hello. We got people coming on here. Prepping my nitro car for another race day here. We're having a pop-up race called Rain Out Trophy Race. Because everybody in our area rained out, so everybody contacted us wanting to race, so we're gonna give it a go. And we've got some trophies that Devon had made ahead of time for just for a situation like this. So he's been fired up, ready to do it. So he contacted me the other day and said he wanted to do it. I said, just send it. He said, you want me to send it? I said, send it. And he went crazy on social media, and it's blown up. Right now, I'm just wiping things down, getting rid of all the buildup, dust, and nitro gunk off the car, and fuel tank's pretty nasty. So I'm not going to really wash it. I'm just going to wipe it off. A lot of times you get like buildup of dirt and gunk under here. That'll end up getting caked up. If you don't clean it off, it'll get caked up and be like hard packed in there, almost like putting it in a bind. So, and having a clean looking car is something that's just nice. I like looking at a clean car. I don't like looking at a dirty car. Some kind of mind thing going on. Having a clean car. I used to play golf a long time ago. Been a long time. And had this guy that I played with. It's kind of strange. And he would take his golf ball, put it in his mouth. Like if he pick it up on the green and mark his ball, he would put it in his mouth and say he was cleaning it. I said, well, cleaning it? He's like, yeah, clean ball, clean mind. You know, clean clubs, clean mind. So that's always kind of stuck with me. So to me, it's like clean car, clean mind. It makes you, I don't know, it makes you feel better about yourself, better about your race day. It looks cooler. I don't know how to describe it. Just clean. So I always say what he said: a clean car, clean mind. And in RC racing, the mind game is a big thing. So who likes having a clean car? Everybody likes having a clean car, right? Some people just don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. I don't know. It's kind of therapeutic. Takes your mind off the real world. I don't know. Found this brush. It's pretty handy. Track, you know, I need to take these shocks off. My track's indoor and fairly clean, so cars don't get nasty. Simple grease and garden hose, yeah. I usually do that. Oh shoot, I strip that one out. I'm paying attention. I might just ruin that. So I do that a lot, but this is a fresh rebuild. The only reason I don't like doing that is it gets down in all the hinge pins and all the little ball cups and everything and kind of corrodes up. Might have some people knocking on the door here in a minute. Got people showing up. So I don't want to do it today because the rebuild's so fresh and it's not going to be a lot of runtime on it. So I'm just basically cleaning it up, wiping it off. When the race season ends, we tear down everything and detail it. I do it. Yeah, I race a decent amount, so I have to do it on a somewhat regular basis. So I don't really have any set time. It's just if an important race comes up to me or just have time. A lot of times I don't have time. I just have to throw it on the track and run what I got. But if it comes up to be where I got time, I'll do it then. Like we had the Saturday night shootout, which I knew we were having a good bit of nitro cars coming, and I was going to be busy running the race, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it. It hadn't been done in a while. This car is fairly new, haven't been running it long, so that's probably the first or second, maybe the second time I've done any sort of rebuild and stuff on this new car. So everything's still fairly clean, because that's one thing that our track is indoor, and it wasn't like muddy or anything crazy like that. It's just a little dust. So you can see I don't know if you can tell, this light may not be good, but see if I can get it. The chassis is kind of coated in nitro fuel and dirt mixed gunk, so it's like a oil. The oil in it will collect and stay on the car. And so just wipe it down. Probably need to take this, take the brakes off and make sure that's not like coated in oil too, because a lot gets spilled on there. It's right by the fuel tank, so. On these HB cars, it's pretty important to not run these screws all the way down with the drill, because they will strip out pretty easy. So I'll run them down most of the way. They're long screws. Just placed me a big order. I was going to do a live Thursday night when I was here. That was the plan, but I was placing a big HB order because they just got a bunch of new parts in that I've been waiting on. So I figured I need to get that done. I spent a lot of time doing that, so didn't get a chance to do my live like I intended. This didn't get too wet. Just a little bit of oil on here. Let's make sure to put those back in the right spot. A little bit of gunk in my front brakes, rear brakes. Good morning, Nitro Freak. What's happening? Just getting the car ready for another big race day. Nitro, burning nitro today. A lot of guys that were here last week are coming back. They got rained out at their race, so they're all coming back. Nitro Freak, I was just telling everybody you motivated me to do some lives. So I appreciate that. That's been helping out a lot. I was always felt kind of weird doing it, but now once you start doing it, it's kind of fun. No, I don't get any kind of crazy numbers in live like you do. But it's getting better. Just wiping off the nitro gunk from last week. Not doing any kind of crazy breakdown cleanup, just wiping it down pretty much. I need a little simple green. About time to retire this old nasty rag. I got some more. Got another one somewhere. I know I got some up here. Been getting them. These at Harbor Freight. When they come on sale, I buy them just a couple of dollars a bag. Oh, I dropped one. Yeah, Harbor Freight's where to get your microfiber towels. Justin GRC, what's happening? Welcome. Everybody join in the chat. Say hello. Give a thumbs up, something. Let me know if it sounds okay. Got my wireless mic on. I had a few people respond, so I know it's at least working. Should sound good. These mics have been great. I should have had these a long time ago. Good. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, these mics have been wonderful. I should have had them a long time ago. It's made the quality of some of my videos a good bit better, I think. People always comment that it sounds good. Now, I did the mic'd up race last week, and it picks up a lot of noise from the other nitro cars. So my next thing is to investigate a better lavalier mic to plug into it that'll cancel some of that. Some of it's like amplifies voices, or see if there's a way to amplify voices in the editing software. Now, I did adjust the equalizer in there and got it better, but there's probably something in that software that it's a little better. So if anybody knows that, feel free to comment. I'll try it out. I'm using Filmora, Wonder Shell Filmora 11, I think it is 11, which is the most current, I think. And it's great software. There's probably some features I don't know about. Oh, it looked pretty clean, and I look on this side, I missed some. I'm not too worried about it being spotless because it's obviously we're just going to put it right back on there. But like I say, clean car, clean mind. I think it's a great way to think. It also it shows up if something's wrong, like if you have something come loose or something needs attention, it's easier to spot it. So look, at this point, I guess I can go ahead and put my diff back in. Then I'll go ahead and check some of these screws. A lot of times these screws on the center braces will loosen up. I like to check them after every run. That one's a little loose, the front one. The rear one, This screw on the back, holding the rear brace, loosens up. I'll give it a tug. I don't go too crazy because you'll just strip it out and make it worse. Justin GRC, I got a new mic for my channel. Find it works best a close-up mic though, rather than a desk mic. Use Filmora for editing. There's an audio option that amplifies and improves all the audio. Yeah, I've been using that a little bit, but it's great right here. Like I got the Cinco wireless mic, so I got the lavalier mic work. It works better than I don't have, it's got the, it's a mic itself. So there's a mic. Let's see. This is the other transmitter, Cinco G2A2. There's a mic right there. I don't know if you can see that. This on the end is a mic, and it works okay. But the lavalier mic, if you put it right here, it's just a little cheap wired mic. Sounds much better. Now, I'm sure these are just some cheap one that they throw in there with it, and there's probably a better one that'll cancel out noise and amplify the audio. I read about. I was looking just a minute ago and saw a few of them, but I haven't investigated it yet. So that's what I'm gonna do soon. Because I want my mic'd up audio on the headset to be better. Now here at the warehouse, we had like 6 or 7 cars out there on the track, and it's a small indoor track, so it's loud in there. So I imagine a bigger race where you're up on a higher driver stand away from the noise a little bit, it's probably going to be just fine. Probably much better. You can hear it. You got to kind of pay attention. On the phone, if you're watching on the phone, it's not as good as if you're watching on like a TV or a computer or something. So there's that. But I was happy the way it turned out. You know, we had to watch what we say just a little bit. Because there's times where you want to make a comment, a negative comment about somebody or something that's on the track. Yeah, I threw out a few F-bombs here and there. You know what? I haven't been paying attention. This one thing I don't like about this car is when they changed this chassis, they just added O-rings in those outdrives. And you got to make sure I think the rear doesn't get it and the front does. And I may have it in there backwards. I may have got lucky. I'm pretty sure the rear doesn't get it, not the front. I got it. If you take it and rebuild it, this kind of sucks because there's an O-ring in here in the outdrive. The 819, they made the chassis longer, and they put, to fix it, keep having drive shaft pop out, they put an O-ring inside the outdrive, which is, I guess, fine. But when the 819RS came out, they shortened the chassis 2 millimeters, I think. And the instruction is still the same. They still show 2 O-rings in there, one in front and rear. Well, the problem is it's shorter in the back, not the front. So you still need one in the front, not the rear. If you put it in the rear, it kind of binds up. It looks like I rebuilt this diff and put it in the rear. Forgot it was in there, because you rebuild the diff, you take these outdrives out, and you may not remember where you had each one. So what I'm gonna put it back in there and feel it. I guess I got lucky. I won that race. But I very well could have had an issue with that. Luckily, that's one good reason I took this out. Go through it, you know. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. Oh, crap. This one fell out. So you just make sure there's the right amount of slack on the drive shaft, not too much. So yeah, that's about right. So probably what was happening was probably a little jam in there. David, wow, good morning. What's up? 5:35 there? Nah, it's 7:35 here, obviously. Just a little early morning start, prepping for the another nitro race today. I was planning on having a live last week and talk about last week's race, Saturday Night Shootout. Didn't get to do it because I got busy. Busy placing the order. Love to see you prepping. Thanks. see you saw my mic'd up video of the race last week. What'd you think? Everybody go look at that one. I'll see if I can figure out how to put the link in here through my phone. What's up?
Yeah, female.
They go up there and use that one. And
How do you get it? I've never used it.
The code is
the address 204.
Yeah.
0204, right?
No, I think it's the same as the lock out there, 1040. Or no. What is it out there?
I thought it was the same as what's on the building. That's what Lisa told.
Oh, it is. That's not what the same. I thought it was the same as the code out there. 0204.
0204.
I think that's it. Yeah.
It might be what's out there too. I never
Yeah.
unlocked it. It wasn't locked this morning.
Somebody come in here. Whoever came in here last night.
Didn't lock it.
Yeah. Yeah, she can use
the door. Is it the front door or the side?
the front door.
The front door.
Yeah, and I think you walk straight back and it's right there.
All right.
Yeah. That was Devon. Share. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna try to share it on here so y'all have a link to it. Okay, there's a link to that's the main. I think that was the main. Last week with mic'd up audio. Yeah, the acceleration of this car is pretty nasty. Yeah, I won that race by a couple of laps. Started off the Flash, he's super fast, and I was keeping a pace with him. I'd make a mistake, he'd walk away a little bit, then he'd make a mistake, I'd walk away a little bit. He was a little faster, like his fast lap was a little faster because he's young. And I got around him. I was in the lead when he started flaming out. He had engine problems and flamed out several times. He still wound up fourth, if I remember right. So he got it back on the track and got it going. But I walked away, and then I think I was 1 or 2 laps ahead of second place. Had a fairly clean race, made a few mistakes. Yeah, my car was really good. The engine was stupid fast. And you're right, the acceleration is nasty on that thing. Just trying to get it, make sure it's in the same condition it was last week. I forgot what I was fixing to check. I got sidetracked. Make sure it all rotates free. Check some of these top bolts. Make sure they're still all good and snug. Check these shock bolts. These shock standoff bolts are a little sketchy. I wish they were 4mm instead of 3mm. Be a lot more durable. They'll bend a little bit and they'll tweak this standoff, and then eventually break. Some of those vert connections you can hit them right on the boy. It's wild. Like, I wonder how many cars make a super clean jump and back in. You know what I mean? Like butter. Yep. Yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of timing and stuff involved with driving that can make or break a fast lap. That was Devon. He's been doing great at promoting racing. We've been working together. And this is his idea to have this race. So I let him roll with it. So we're going to have a good bit of good turnout, I think. Now I'm go ahead and putting the radio tray back in. I might as well go ahead and do that and put my fuel tank back in while I'm at it. I can't decide if I want to run my race body again today or my practice body. Not a lot of run time on it, but I like to save it for the bigger races. I'm put my servos back on. I like to don't touch them. I take the link the horn off, and so I can put it straight back on. Don't have to reset anything. Run. Turnout was nice. Yeah, that was great. I think we'll have about the same turnout today. We'll see. I was thinking it's going to be a little better, but a lot of the Georgia guys that were coming, they opened up a race there last minute, kind of messed us up on that. But you can't blame them. They're local. It's a local track, and they wanted to race, so kind of what we're doing. Yeah, this race won't be a money race like last week. We don't do that very often. It's just for some little bit nicer trophies. Check a few more screws. I'll check these. Oh, that's neat. Sometimes these camber links will back off a little bit. Make sure nothing's loosened up. Check the steering. Like everything's held up good. So now I'll probably re-bleed these shocks. Shocks are pretty important. All I really got left is go through, re-bleed these, and put my engine back in. Might polish on that pipe a little bit. I said before, you need to do that after every race. Yeah, just rebuilt these shocks, so they're not bad. But when you have these emulsion shocks, they build up a little pressure in there, and like you normally have one that's dead and says it wants to. Now it was dead, now it's wanting to come back out a little bit. So just re-bleed it. Pretty simple process. Great quality, by the way. Thanks. So the stream should be 1080p through the GoPro. It's kind of default when you're using it as a webcam. And then, of course, these mics are great. Just got to tweak the mics for the POV view, get a little bit of the background noise out. I took as much as I could out with the settings I know in the software. I don't know if you heard me say earlier, I got a new laptop on the way. New Lenovo Legion gaming laptop. Hope that's going to help me out a little bit, make my quality a little better, make my editing go a lot smoother and take less time. So maybe I can tweak it a little bit better. It's only thing is that I ordered it through a friend's employee discount. He works for Lenovo, so I have to wait for it to be built. And they say in October. Hoping that's not right. I hope it comes sooner. Yeah, I got the Lenovo Legion 5, I think it's called, AMD, and white. I got the Stingray white. Looks pretty sharp. It's got a white keyboard, or lit up white keyboard. I don't know if it's going to end up looking dirty from doing all this RC stuff or not. I'm going to have to work on keeping it clean. It don't matter if it's got a little dirt. That just adds character. Got some new springs ordered with that big HB order I made this week. These are kind of clapped out. I checked them on a spring gauge. The tension is still the same as a brand new one, but they're looking a little worn. Makes me feel better to have a fresh set. They're not expensive. Just they've been back ordered for a while. I haven't been able to get any. So now they got this huge order came in Sweden. So I ordered a ton of stuff, get stocked back up. A bunch of screws. My biggest thing is I've been low on screws. So I ordered a lot of screws and some caster block. I don't know, a little bit of everything really. Okay. So semi-clean part of this rag. This thing, I've had this sitting here with a oil I've been using to do shocks. It's kind of leaking through the bottom of it or something. So I'll throw it away after this. Got to get my tool out. The shock cap, Losi shock cap tool. Used to come with Losi cars. Used to come with that. I've been using that for years. Use my fancy HB shock pliers. Love these things. I use these and this is why I use a Protect sometimes. You can't get quite as much grip on it. You got it really cranked down. Oh, you know what? I need to take these off. Take these off because you can't push the shaft all the way up in there. And these O-rings still leak. I'm using these Amazon O-rings I've been trying. They still leak. They're not near as bad as the stock ones. They still got a little stupid leak out of the bottom. So I'll just wipe off the inside of these boots. Yeah, they're not near as bad as they were. I think something important to do that I didn't do this time, and I did last time, was soak the O-rings in oil for an hour or so ahead of time so they swell up. Otherwise, they do swell up after some use, but it takes a lot longer because they don't get as much oil on them, just normal operation. Man, it's getting a little cold in here. Here's some doors slamming out here. Must be some people showing up. Getting all their stuff in the track and loaded up. Probably have some people knock on the door here in a minute. Here he comes. What's up?
Can't think of his name. Young kid, races with Randy a lot. Not Whitaker though. Nitro guy. He was wondering if anyone has a can of some rattle paint because he left his race body at home. He has a brand new body. He needs to.
I don't have any with me.
I don't have any with me either.
I'll
check upstairs, see if there's.
Yeah, somebody might have some. Around. Yeah, I always do that at home. So all my paint, any paint I have is at home.
Well, he left his race body at home, so he's got an extra body, like just in his car.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Another nitro guy showing up. That's good to hear. Not sure who he's talking about. I didn't intend on spending this much time on this, but I got plenty of time. Like a ghost in there. See, I still don't have the new update from GoPro to be able to live stream from the GoPro anymore. They're supposed to be updating it. Something to do, it'll live stream to Facebook, but it won't live stream to YouTube. Something in YouTube changed that made their software not work. So I've chatted with them and everything, and supposedly their new update is going to fix it, but I just still haven't put it out. I need to search. Maybe it's been out and I hadn't noticed it. So all I'll do to bleed these is just pump them. You know, they're freshly rebuilt, so about 20 times. Build up that pressure in there. Take the bleeder out. Come in. What's up?
What's up, Bob?
What's up? Need a transponder?
Yes, sir. You already knew it.
Yep.
That's love right there.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I hadn't even moved it. It's been sitting there.
Oh, since the last time?
Actually, I took it out of my spec slash
a
while back. No, out of my wheeler when I sold it. I sat there and hadn't moved it yet.
I used it last time.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That's Don McKinney. He was there last week. They're from Pensacola area. North Florida, Pensacola, the Panhandle. They come back for some more of that action this week. He needed to borrow a transponder to get him by. Now we got a dead shock again. So, put this back. I don't remember what length I left it at. It was 34 and a half. So you set this shock length from the bottom of the shock body to the top of the shock end at 34.5 millimeters. So you get them the same length and your droop ends up right. It's kind of tedious, but you adjust it there. That's 35 millimeters. You have to take your time because one little turn makes a big difference. One more time should get it. Perfect. All right, so I'll go ahead and assemble this shock. Make it complete so I don't forget which one I did. That one will be the right side. All right, so repeat that. Uh-oh, I got some dirt in this one. Have to dig out the dirt around it and the screw head if there's any. Emulsion shocks, I like fun with them, messing with them a lot more because it's bleeding is simple, but you have to bleed them more often than a bladder shock, in my opinion. Good morning, Lloyd. We're have another big race day today. Trying to get this nitro car ready. I figure I might as well turn the camera on, get some more hours. Everybody from Florida's coming back. They all got rained out too. Gotta go see your mom. That's good. No problem. Well, speaking of Greg Trott, there he is. What up? No, you're part of my life now. Mute you? What? Okay. What? Jeremy or Trevor? Oh, cool. He can't. I didn't know he was coming. Oh, all right. Well, what's embarrassing is when you know everybody's name and you get up there calling a race and they come and sign up and you can't remember their name. It's embarrassing. I do it all the time though. Somebody I should know their name and just doesn't pop in your head. Head freaks out or something. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Greg Trott calling me from up in the members area up there. He couldn't remember somebody's name. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We enjoyed having you. Pretty decent event, I think. I'll have to go out there and mingle with some folks here in a little while and get this thing finished. Yeah, he said Jeremy Reed's fast here. He's a fast guy, young kid, North Alabama area. Super fast associated driver. He's here. I'm not sure if he's running nitro or not. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Racing in the shade, rocks. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And then the nighttime was a pretty good idea. I think it was cooler. I don't know how hot it's going to be today. It's probably going to be pretty hot. This is going to be daytime like normal. Probably be hot and humid in there. It's all good. That's kind of normal here. So my shocks are ready. I'll take my oil cup back outside. Let it drain, throw it away. So, get this guy put back together. Yeah, I have to get started kind of early. Get my stuff ready because I got to tend to running a race. It's got to be prepped just right. It's usually, a day like this is not a lot of run time necessarily. So I can build it. It's just enough to where I can build it and it lasts throughout the day. Track was perfect. Thank you. A lot of work goes into that. We're getting a new layout next month. Should be just in time for the Halloween Hell on Wheels race. We're going to start probably the beginning of October. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I got to draw a new layout. I drew one keeping the bridge, and I've changed my mind. I want to take the bridge out for this one, make it just all dirt, no built-in jumps this time. Usually we have something like we had a box up in the corner that changed the elevation and some carpet on it. We did that for a couple of layouts, two different ways. Have heaven on wheels. No, Christmas time, our biggest race of the year is Christmas time, and it's Toys for Tots race. So we give we have a lot of sponsors this year. We take donations, and each entry is encouraged to, or each driver is encouraged to bring a toy. And each toy you bring is $10 off your entry, and we donate it to local church. We used to do it to the Marines, and the Marines Toys for Tots campaign, and it's like we couldn't ever get them to come get the toys, and they didn't. It's like almost like they're too busy to deal with it. So our local church to me, we contacted them because my wife had heard that they were doing helping a bunch of families. So we donated to them. They helped over 250 something families last year. So this one, we're going to have sponsors donating raffle prizes and giveaways. So we'll have plenty of things to give away for the drivers, and we're going to raffle stuff off to donate as well. So super happy about that. It's going to be big this year. We started off early asking for sponsors, and we got a lot of participation. So Devon has been a big part of that, and I appreciate it. I'm not good at that part of the deal. So as a team, we work together really well. So I asked all my sponsors and got participation from all but one of them so far, and I'm not done asking. So a lot of the other members have been getting donations as well. So right now we've got, I think I know HB and Absolute's going to help. Ultimate and Beach RC is going to help. J&T Bearings and Promotion. A-Main Hobbies. Dialed RC. Sended RC, I think. I'd have to look at the flyer to tell you all of them. I know those are most of the ones that I got done, and Devon's got a ton of them. I couldn't believe he got A-Main. That's pretty cool. He's already got stuff from them, giveaways and stuff. Most of them are just giveaways and raffles. I don't know exactly what we're going to get from all of them yet. I think the Pit Chicks. Yeah, Devon is awesome. He's very good with people. We call him Greg Trott we called him the welcome wagon because before Devon came along, he was just welcoming people with open arms. And now Devon comes along, and he's the same way. So I started calling him Welcome Wagon 2.0, and he's been great. He's all over. He's fired up about racing, and been a big benefit to the track. I really appreciate him. Really growing right now. Looking like we're gonna have a really good fall, winter. Which is usually, better for indoor anyway. I hear him talking out there now. He's talking to somebody. I've been here working. He's in there talking to people. He's an okay driver too. He hadn't been racing that long, and has gotten really good fast. So he's getting better and better. He puts a lot of time in. That's what it's all about. I said I was going to wipe that pipe off some more, but don't look like I'm going to. I've already got the engine back in. Gear mesh is a little loose. That screw's about stripped out. Oh boy. Tighten up the gear mesh a little bit. You can twist the engine just a little and tighten it up or loosen it just a little bit. First year getting a lot of laps, and I hear you. Yeah, the more you do it, the better. It's wheel time is irreplaceable. I used to be here every time the track was open, just putting in laps much as I could. And then I started doing VRC Pro. That made a big difference. And I think one of the best things I ever did was run two-wheel drive mod buggy. It was teach you throttle control. Made a big difference. And some people going to watch football. I got to figure out, we got a Fire TV in there now, pretty new, and we don't have cable hooked up to it that I know of. I thought we had cable hooked up to it, but I don't know if it ever got it working. I need to go in there and try to get that sorted out. Maybe they can stream some football if they find it on there. So it looks like we got this guy ready to go. Aside from putting some fuel in it, and I guess I should check my servos and stuff. I'll check my throttle. Because last time when I did that video with the glow plugs, my carburetor, I'd set the carburetor trim wrong. I was only getting like 4.5 millimeter opening through a 6.5 millimeter Venturi. So it was crazy fast, but the power wasn't down. So I opened it up to 6.5 millimeter and freaking nasty power. So I'll take and put this on here and zero it out. Open the throttle. Yeah, it's open 7 millimeters. So just beyond 6.5. So it, I think I might drop it down just a little. Want to go just beyond wide open because chassis flex. Yeah, 6.8. Perfect. Then I can check. I gotta put tires on it to check the brakes. Make sure it's free. I'll check the brakes later before I put it on the track. Go ahead and get my starter box ready. I need to get a new wrap on my starter box. It's starting to look a little clapped out and dirty. These stickers you put on there, they don't last super long time. It's just such a rough environment. So I need to have Jason Darling make me a new one so it looks more fresh. Y'all say hello when you come in. I appreciate y'all coming in. I'll participate in the chat. It'd be great. Getting close to time for a new two-wheel drive buggy from HB D2. I'm excited about that. I'm going to do a build video and some reviews and testing. I've already promised I'd do that. Promised HB I'd do that. Get that and the two-wheel drive. I got a new name for that too. I don't remember what it was. D4 or something. All these new names are confusing to me. I'm used to these old numbers. It's only 8:15. I'm almost done. I'll tend to some track stuff. I need to clean some tires. Today will probably be, I don't know how temperature is going to be. I ran green ellipses, which are bar tire, but the front ones turned up almost slick after the main, which is fine. It runs pretty good on slicks and on this track. But I've got some aquas that are in pretty decent shape. If it's hot and dry, that'll probably be my choice. need to check, make sure they're all glued on. All the numbers confuse you. Make sure there ain't no tires coming unglued. That can ruin your day. They seem to be okay. I've been wishing somebody would come out with a beadlock setup that would work. I need to invent it myself. I've got some ideas on how to do it. I just don't have the way to do it. Should be wet this afternoon. Well, the track, if it rains and stuff, the track will stay pretty damp. So it'll probably be leaning more towards the green tire. These are a little harder and they get softer with heat. They're really good when it gets hot and dry. Otherwise, they're a little greasy. Those are in my wheelhouse. I've got some green reflexes. They're not my favorite tire on this car. Reflex. Everybody loves reflexes. It's never really been great for me. One thing I do like is the detox here. It's not as fast. I've only got like one pair. They're in decent shape. They're not real new. I've got two pair. I got this one. That pair is green. They're pretty good shape. I might run those. I got a couple of pairs of reflexes ready to go. Got some rehabs that are about worn. I've used those for testing. Rehabs aren't quite as good as detox to me here anyway. So the big question is, do I race body or no? I'm thinking no. Save it. I got my candy apple red practice body. A lot of times I don't run this nose piece because it doesn't last. I like to save it a little bit. I'll run it today. Looks a little better. I need to get one of those. I want to get one of those carbon scoop nose pieces just because I think it's going to hold up longer. I like the old Proline one that came with this 817. It goes through and attaches up here to the body post. So I need to check all my screws. I like to go through the screws and have to run like that, make sure they all in good shape. Pit Chick's coming again today. I don't know if y'all saw the video where pit stop was crazy fast, and I went out of the pits a little hot and hit pit road and flipped over, but I landed on tires, so it wasn't too bad. She's incredible at pit stops. That's something else I want to look at. I want to be able to communicate with her better about fuel mileage. Oh, that's still got a lot of fuel in it. That's probably going to spill. Never clean that out, I guess. Come in.
Time to wake up.
Yeah, that's right. I've been up.
At 5:30.
5:30. Why so late?
You know I gotta get. You got a zip tie too on bar?
Yeah, I got little ones.
I don't care. That's what I need actually. Yeah, just need one or two. Or three.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. I need to buy some more zip ties for that pipe out there. I've been using a bunch of short ones put together.
Hard
need-
freight, man. Hard freight.
Yeah, I got to go get some.
You talking about them big ones we put around drive shafts?
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, I spilled some on my leg. That's going to feel good in a minute. Yeah, so this is our fuel stick. It's a little clapped out. I need to buy a new one. So been trying to communicate to her how to know. Well, we don't. She tries to help me tell me how much fuel she used and everything. And she said after that pit stop, she said that she put 75 cc's in it. I'm not sure if she meant she started 175 and actually put down to 100, which is not possible because, well, no, actually 75 down to 100, yeah, maybe. It's that may not have been enough. So if 8-minute race, need to determine amount of fuel you want to be able to put in it. So we need to fill it to 175, and it probably needs to go to 75 to about 100 cc's plus. If it only gets like, she does so fast, we'll make sure you get it full. So that race, I contemplated, I don't know if you'd watched the video, I contemplated come back in for a splash and go because the pit stop was so fast and I had a lead. But the problem is Dominic's car wasn't counting. So we didn't know where he was on the track. Knew he was behind me, and I had to watch the video to tell he was a lap down. I could have done it, but if he was right behind me, I might have went to second and lost the race. So came in the pits after the race and looked, there was no fuel in the tank. I mean, it was empty. I think the only fuel in it was in the fuel line. So we're lucky. But we need to be more aware of how much we use it. And I'm kind of at fault with that because when she started telling me about it, I couldn't concentrate and drive at the same time. So I need to make her a little more educated on exactly what we need. So if she fills it to, it only holds 125. So if she fills it to 175, it probably needs to drop to 75, put 100 cc's or more in it. If it's a 7.5, 8-minute run. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to try that. Oh, now I know why fuel got all over my battery box. Leaked out. Dang it. I need to take that home with me tonight. Pressure wash it. There's one of my broke nose pieces as we speak. My leg's tingling a little bit where I spilled it on there. It's great. Little alcohol, nitromethane, and oil never hurt the skin. Actually, it does a little bit. Uh-oh, got too much in there. I just got a vibration. That's probably the pit chick waking up. Freon oils. Oh, yeah. Let's see what old pit chick's got to say. She's asking if anybody's here. We had a period of time where we weren't getting anybody to show up. In the middle of summer, everybody's outdoor racing and doing outdoor things. So now she's wondering, always asking me if anybody's here. I don't know how the day's going to go. I haven't been out there, so I don't know exactly how many, but there's been a bunch here, I think. We'll go out here in a minute and use the bathroom and check on it. Cancerous, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. It seems like everything's cancerous these days, right? Oh, what's this? This is email. Yahoo email about Biden. Why do I get those? All right, I'm going to go out here and use the potty. I'll mute it for y'all. And all right, it should be unmuted now. We got a good bit of people here. I talked to a couple. I need to go fool with the TVs and get that worked out. Wash some tires. It's going to be a pretty busy day. You got to try to adjust our cameras, our mics a little bit. So about an hour and 45 minutes in, so we'll probably let it go to about 2 hours, the 2 hour mark, and put everything else on the charger. I should run some e-buggy, but God, my e-buggy batteries, I've lost half my batteries due to age and just worn out. And I need some more. These last two are on their last leg, so not running as much anymore than I have to. Plus, I'm running the race. I'm only running one class. We're going to have some nitro cars here, so obviously I'm running nitro because that's what I like. So let's see if my practice body is cleaned up. Not very good, it don't look like. I need to do a better job of cleaning these after the race and not leave them sitting with nitro fuel on them. I'm going to save my race body. Jeremy Reed's here, got his new nitro car. He's out there. He left his race body, so he is out there painting up a practice body to race with. It's pretty funny. He had the kit body. He runs for Associated, so he had his new car, the kit body in his car. So he's going to run that. Looks pretty cool. He's using some paint. He found one of the members left up there. Yeah, I wish bodies stayed looking new. The way to do that is just have a bunch of them, I guess, and spend a lot of money. They not cheap, especially if you pay somebody to paint them. These, I get them a sponsored price, which is pretty good, but I like for them to last, and they just don't. It's just such a rough environment. It's just one of the expenses you got to do, I guess, if you want it to keep looking nice. I'll run one to death till it's falling apart. Some of them, I'll run them. I keep them a while. The race bodies, they last me a long time because I don't use them as much. I use them at bigger events, but I'll run a race body, practice body, most club races. I'm anxious to see the race body held up good to the nitro fuels and everything. Smiley Hen painted this one for me. Really hardly any wear at all after that race day. So I'm going to leave it for a while. Let that be a practice body. I like the candy. It turned out pretty good. Looks pretty neat going around the track, but when it was new and I ran it, the thing was shiny, looking nice. It's like like the fuel did a little work on the plastic right there. That's why you got to wipe it off after every race. Probably wash it with soapy water. Probably the best thing to do. I need to come up with a way to Velcro it. I've tried that before. It doesn't seem to last. So you have to leave room for them to flex. The chassis flexes and stuff so much. You don't want it to. Probably need to. Could open up that hole a little bit. That's got a little room. Thank you. It's not as clean as it looks, but looks good on YouTube. So yeah, Jeremy Reed's here. I think he's running nitro. He's using a nitro body. He's getting ready, so he's fast. We always race pretty good together. That'll be fun. That's why you got to keep these things ready to go, because you never know who's going to show up and how hard you got to battle. I don't know if the Flash is coming or not. He's mentioned something about he might. Joseph Wilkerson, he's a really fast guy, fast local guy. Dom's fast. There's fast guys here. Need to get some more stickers made. I got to quit putting that off. I'm not going to be live simply because I'll be using my GoPro, and the live feature to YouTube is not working right now. They got an update coming out that's supposed to fix it, and I haven't got it yet. Matter of fact, I'm going to look it up. I'm gonna look it up and see if it's still the same version. See where I searched it before. I've been searching it, trying to keep an eye on it. Firmware 1.2. I thought mine was 1.4.6 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure how to check it without going into the GoPro support. Much better quality than not doing it live. Yeah, well, I think the live is still 1080p. But I want to have the POV view of the. Well, I would have POV view of the nitro race anyway. Software updates. There we go. Here 10 black. 1.46. That's what I've got. So it's still not updated. They talked like it was going to be. They talked like it was going to be pretty quick, but I hadn't seen it. So y'all say hello if you're on here. I see David's here. And there's Corporate Lloyd. I guess you're still on there. I'm not sure who else is on here, but this bitch chick texting with me, asking how I'm feeling because she hasn't been feeling good, and yesterday I felt really crappy. So we were both a hot mess yesterday, but today's race day. Everything's good. Thank you, David. Yeah, we're gonna have a good one today. So I got to figure out how to sending her a message. I'm sorry. Got to figure out how to get the football on Fire TV. We got a nice new Fire TV down there, and I know how to get YouTube going. Somebody wants, I'm sure they're gonna want to watch some football. We'll have to figure out how to stream that. I'll let them play with it probably, but she's trying to wake up. She told her she needs some coffee. Yeah, I can catch my screen to it, but I'm not going to take my laptop in there, and I'm going to be using my phone and everything for recording. So I'm not too worried about it. It's a Fire TV, so it's got all kind of apps and stuff. There's got to be something on there. They can probably find it on YouTube, to be honest with you. Just log into YouTube and see. Somebody's probably streaming something. Some of the big games, I I've tried streaming them before, and that don't work out so good because they let you watch a little bit of it and just tease you. And I don't really care that much about it, but some of the other guys in there, I'm sure they want to watch some football. So we contemplated, it's a holiday weekend, so most people are off Monday. So we contemplated having it race tomorrow since everybody's off. And I kind of thought that'd be good, especially if people want to watch football, they didn't have to miss it. So, but everybody wanted to do Saturday. So we're going to do what the people want. Bryce Homeland, man, that red body looks so good. Thank you. This, you look back in my videos, you can see that I did a candy paint. I don't know if you can tell, but it's candy apple. It's spastics. I don't know if the light's right. The color is candy apple red spastics, and got a little metal flake in there that my daughter gave me some of her glitter from makeup that I put in there. I did a bunch of videos about painting it. I actually spent more money, the stuff for this body, than I would if I sent it to a professional painter. More money than I sent the Smiley Hen doing my race body. But I always want to do a candy paint job. I think it's pretty cool. That's my practice body. I kind of like it. So may stick with that for my practice body. Painting the window trim. Now I mentioned that in my video, my paint video. So you look back and watch those, you'll see that. But what I usually do is we have a vinyl cutter. I forget what it's called. Silhouette. I took and scanned the window trim that comes with the J Concepts body, and then I shrunk it down and put an outline on it and made a smaller sticker, the size of the clear part. So I put one sticker down and put the other sticker down. So they just peel it and it comes out perfect. Well, this one, I forgot that was with the old style body. I thought I had it for this one, so I didn't have it for this one. So for this one, I just put the window trim on it and took a knife and trimmed about an 1/8 inch thing. It's not perfect, but it's pretty decent. I think I did okay on it. So I'll paint the dark colors first, and then last I'll do the windows. Paint the fluorescent yellow with a little white background, so it kind of pops. I think that look is nice. So thank you. I don't consider myself to be the greatest painter. Some of the detail, I get too impatient. I could probably be better at it. It's never been my thing. That's why I used to paint my bodies, but my race bodies, but this is the one Smiley Hen did. I don't have attention to detail to make it perfect like these guys do. I don't have the patience. That's what I should say. I've been thinking about lately about buying me an airbrush and trying it again, but not good with the maintenance and cleanup on an airbrush like I should be. So, well, all right, I'm going to have to shut this live stream down and go tend to the track a little bit and mingle around with some people, get the TV working right, and more importantly, get all this stuff charging so I'll be ready to record. So I got about 15 seconds and it's going to be 2 hours. So I'm probably going to stop right there. Thank you, David. Turned out pretty good. Not going to run it today. I'm going to run this practice body to save that one for a bigger race. So make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share. Get TQMP1. I'm going to try to. Make sure you like and share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. And stay tuned. Tomorrow, I'll probably have the race action posted. hopefully tomorrow. So peace out.